And we are back here live at the Jonesboro Open Disc Golf Network Pro Tour Press Conference. With us now is Eagle McMahon. Eagle, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
It is so incredible to have you back out on the tour. We saw you last weekend at the Champions Cup. How are you feeling physically after playing that event?
You know, pretty good. I just kind of taking it one event at a time right now, and after Champions Cup, feel good enough to play this one, so that's really all I can ask for.
And you've had a chance to get a practice round in, hopefully. What are your feelings about the course this weekend?
Yeah, this course sets up very well for my game. A lot of long backhand placement shots. I've done pretty well here in the past, so I'll be using that confidence from my previous finishes to kind of move me forward to hopefully get a good finish. But all in all, I'm just excited to be out here. Jonesboro is one of my favorite courses on tour. It has a really good mix of woods and distance, and I think a lot of course designers should be taking notes from what they see out here.
Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that. And my last question for you, this year you have a little bit of a new travel situation. And how's that suiting you? And is it causing any kind of good or bad or any effects on the way you're traveling so far and your practice plans, everything?
Yeah, this year I'm doing the van life, jumping on the bandwagon, and so far it's been incredible. I kind of wish I did it earlier. Just having a place to always sleep, rolling closet. You always got food, cold drinks, so it's really comfortable. So I've been just kind of trying to find the best spots to park, but all in all, I've been really enjoying it so far. I think I'd recommend it to anyone.
Nate Perkins here, Eagle. What a unique lifestyle the van life is, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
And you just pull up in the parking lot here, and there's dozens and dozens of disc golfers' vans all wrapped up, and it's pretty special, huh?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you'd recommend it to anybody?
I definitely would. I recommend getting a good fan and, if you can, air conditioner. That really makes it a lot more comfortable.
Where are you parking the van this week?
Let's keep that on the down low.
Okay. That's fair request. So I wanted to ask you, how do you make the decision to play? At what point in the week, and how do you test that injury, without pushing it too much?
Yeah, so I wouldn't be out here if I knew I couldn't play. It's really about keeping my throw count down. And I'm leading up to May. I got a treatment plan organized. So unfortunately, I'll probably be missing OTB Open and the California Swing. Hopefully, jump back out in Portland. But basically, I'd just be sitting around at home right now. So as long as I can feel pretty good and not feel like I'm damaging the shoulder, then I think it's good to come out here. One of my goals is to try to qualify for the match play event. I'm a little bit out of it right now, but I believe with a good finish here in DDO, then I have a chance of making it in the top 16 going in, because it's an event in Colorado, and that's kind of my goal. And it's a little disappointing that I have to sacrifice some of the events, but I have a long disc golf career, and I think pacing myself is important. And so far at Champions Cup, so far here, playing less practice rounds, really just trying to focus on each shot in the practice round and make the most of it, opposed to going out with a group of 6-7 people and throwing a bunch of shots. Just really trying to be mindful and intentful on each and every shot I'm throwing to make sure I keep the throw count down.
So the word was that you were throwing some forehands out at the Champions Cup, and you hadn't been just a couple weeks prior to that. How was your shoulder feeling after throwing some forehands in competition?
It was good. I threw probably around 25 forehands total at the Champions Cup, probably around 50-60% power. Not really trying to get too much more out of it, just because I know I'm at a deficit right now. So kind of knowing your weakness, but still being able to throw it is really key. And the good news is I'm feeling pretty confident in my backhand in terms of control. So really it's just a waiting game right now, and doing my due diligence, trying to strengthen it, keep the recovery high, and not trying to do any silly shots again to re-injure it.
So are we going to see any distance forehands this week, or are we still in that 50 to 60% power?
You never know. I'm really just trying to keep it low power right now. Like I said, I'm focusing more on the long term, because I'll probably be doing this press conference next year at the Jonesboro Open. So if I can be feeling good then, I think that's what I want to be shooting for.
All right, Eagle. Grant Zellner, PDGA. I think it would be safe to say you've been flying a little bit under the radar so far this season due to circumstances obviously outside your control. Are there positives and negatives to that?
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely tried to keep a little bit more of a private life lately. I've been in the sport for a long time, believe it or not, even though I'm only 24. I started touring when I was 17 years old. So I put myself out there a lot of years, and as I get older, I definitely want to, still connect with the fans, share my experiences, do some social media. But as disc golf grows, I think it's important to show some of just kind of be a little bit more private, and it's kind of my health, so my own business, and I just want to kind of disclose only so much because there can be a lot of speculation made that's not always true. And just really kind of just living my own life to a certain extent until, I can get back on the road.
Is there a point at which you feel any pressure going from week to week as you work through an injury and try to come back? Do you feel pressure to perform or to maybe push things too far at any point? And have you reached that point yet?
Definitely. I think if you ask most top-level athletes, they put a certain level of pressure on themselves. It's kind of it's really all in your own head, but your own head can be a pretty, hostile place at times. So I definitely push myself. I get frustrated just like everyone else when I miss a shot. And even though I tell myself, I'm only out here playing these 3 events, trying to kind of ease back into it, maybe have some fun, I still have that competitor gene in me that wants to be at the top. So yeah, there definitely is pressure, but I try to, balance it out and walk that fine line.
As you work around the limitations to your game, thanks to trying to overcome an injury, you have to rely on creativity. Is that a skill that you have to build over time? Is that a skill that you feel like you have more now than, say, you had a few months or a few years ago?
I'd say it's you're always learning new things in disc golf. I'd say I have different shots than I did once before, and I lack shots that I did once before. So it's kind of, you have to learn to adapt in disc golf because there's always going to be a new variable. Because right now I'm dealing with a little bit of a shoulder injury, but at some point I might be dealing with another injury or the weather or new discs or whatever. So it's always learning how to adapt.
Hey Eagle, Chris with Gatekeeper Media. A couple questions. We had the opportunity of filming you at Champions Cup first round last week. I noticed when things weren't going your way, you were very mild-mannered in the way you were going about your game. Do you have any changes to your mental mindset compared to maybe a couple years ago in terms of just competing and staying positive out there?
That's always something in the front of my mind. I'm definitely not perfect. I've done some things in the past that I'm not proud of. But I try to move forward. I try to maintain a calm mind. But there's definitely some of that passion, if you want to call it that, that slips out here and there. But for me, it's a matter of how long that lingers on. So if I can catch myself quick and then try to return to a normal, healthy state of mind, I think that's what's important, is really focusing on the length of your outbursts. And that's helped me, because I've noticed that if I play with no passion and I just kind of go out there, I can play lackluster. If I'm lackadaisical or not a little apathetic out there, I don't get the results that I would if I have some fire going in. So I definitely try to utilize that sometimes. What's the one saying? It's like, fire can burn you, but it can also cook your food.
Going off Champions Cup a little more, your first round wasn't the best of rounds, and the fans didn't really get to see you on coverage anymore, but you had a very respectable 14th place finish. Can you just walk through that journey of those 3 other rounds you were there at?
Yeah, the Champions Cup, I fought back pretty well. The first round, a lot of probably avoidable mistakes out there. I only got 2 practice rounds, so that might have been a little bit, but definitely felt a little bit of pressure. First, really the second official tournament of the year, and it's a major, and you definitely have some pressure on yourself, especially if you're in a 10 and rated 1053. You think you can go out there and win it. So I might have tripped up a little bit early, but at least I fought back and tried to find a groove. But just really tried to treat it as a fun experience and relax after that first round.
Thank you very much. Good luck.